Well, haha, here we start. So, this is a video on 100-gram little bundles of flax. I've been instructed to break it down into shives, toe, and long line. So that's what I'm doing. So let me just turn the camera here for a bit. So you're just gonna watch me break it down. It's short stuff, but you still can get something out of it. It's actually a pretty color. That's what I can say about the Saskatoon's bunch. Okay. See if there we go. Hey, so I'm just gonna have a video of me breaking down some flax, I guess. So this bundle here, yeah, I call this a 100G bundle. I have 3 bundles, and then after I'm done, I'm gonna weigh them and see what each one weighs. So let me try and do this. So I'm learning as I go, so don't mind me, okay? So hopefully the lighting isn't too bad. I know that the sun's coming up, and when I say by pretty, like you get some really pretty stuff like this. It's a really nice color. So if you see it in the sun, there's this like, oh, that's a nice color, and it's actually pretty soft. So I'm gonna somehow categorize this, I guess, turn this into something that's useful to someone, I guess. So I'm trying to save every part of this so I can effectively say this is how much was in it. So we start off by separating, I guess, the fiber, and in this case it's hard to get off, I'll tell you that. And there that goes. So I'm using my hand for a bit just to show you just how hard it could be, okay? But I'm waiting for my breaker. It's being lent out right now to a student. His name is Zach. He is doing a project in university, and he's purchased some flax and he's breaking it down and he's interweaving it into his class. So it's a very artsy fellow, and he's borrowed the breaker, but it gives you an opportunity to see what it takes to turn this into some fiber. Okay, so let's see. In the end of it, we'll see if I can actually break this down, and you'll see like, that was a lot of work. Okay, because I want you to see what it takes to turn this into something. Try not to make a mess. Something that's useful. And it's very hot in here at the same time too. So, and the cool thing I like about this cleaning process is, if you ever grew up in a reserve, it feels like I'm cleaning sweetgrass, because the way you clean it and hacking, and what they call that, it's the same thing as sweetgrass. So I have the stuff in here, and I got to break it into shives, and you see this part here, it's hard to break, right? So breaking that stuff from here is not the funnest, but if you're able to break it off nicely, it's a really nice color. I'm always impressed with the color that comes from this stuff, but to break it down, wow, that's a lot of work. That's all I'll say. So we'll start off with this one little batch, and I'll see if I do a second batch, because it's not fun to break down. If it was redded a bit more and the weather maybe had its chance to go and break it apart, or what I found is really useful is, I thought, what would be cool if we were able to work backwards, if we were able to mimic weather. So I did some experiments of my own, because they're fun. I doused some of this, as you see it breaks apart, right? But there, it left in a tiny little piece like that. So when I took this, I took this stuff and I put it in some rainwater, because rain comes down from the sky, right? Not tap water. And I sunk it in there for 24 hours, and then okay, not fun. And then I went and put it into the freezer. I mimicked the Mother Earth, just putting her extreme. She's just like, freeze it now. And so I put it into the freezer for 24 hours, and then I threw it in the sun the next day, and it came apart really nicely. Like, this is not fun. Trying to do this is not fun. Your people would be like, yeah, we quit. Or they demand a raise. But I would quit. I wouldn't demand a raise. I'd just be like, no amount of money would make me break that down, because it needs to be redded more. Redded. So what really helped is, what I found with this stuff is, put it in water. I always thought rainwater, only because rain has a certain alkaline, certain acidity, a certain pH level, and that pH level is useful. If you look at things and what level things break down at, you're like, well, what are you breaking down? What is being broken down in that plant, right? By weather. And if you can mimic weather, then you can mimic something that's more natural than having to use harsh chemicals, which breaks down the strength of that plant, which breaks down its molecular structure, which break down its benefits to a human in general. You say, well, what other benefits could a material, a cloth, have to a human? And that's where I'll stop. But anyway, as we focus on this, breaking this down again, you see it's very labor intensive. Yeah, very labor intensive. So to break all this down, it's not fun, as you can see. So am I going to be able to break down all 100 Gs of it? I had 3 bags I intentionally planned to break down. And then I'm remembering again really fast as I break this down, just why I thought I'd like to break this down even more. And if I was to take this bunch here, I would throw it in that water that's outside. And I may do that with the bundle here as well too, and maybe I'll have time to do it. And I'll say like, okay, this is the bundle that I treated for 24 hours. For you, maybe I'll do that. Okay, I have 3 bundles here. So I have rainwater out there, it's hot, and I might be able to do that as early as I can. If I wake up 5 o'clock in the morning and I go put it out there in the morning, I think I might be able to. Then you'll see how it's maybe a lot better to break down. You see it. But until then, let's break this down. But I want to tell you something about other stuff that's been redded and it's easy to break down. It's fun. Because on the reserve, we break down that sweetgrass in pairs, and when you have your favorite cousin there, and you have your other cousin telling stories, and you have one that loves to tell great stories, those are the best. And elder, all of a sudden it's like, oh, here we go. It's a time of community. This plant, that's a community plant. It's going to bring my people together, First Nations, this plant, because of its power to do that. But to do that, you have to ensure that you don't use a lot of machinery. I know that a lot of farmers will say, I have 1,000 acres, because that's good. But how much love did you put into that 1,000 acres, I ask. So a lot of my ideology will be like, try to put as much love into that plant as possible versus a machine. So, but maybe you could say, well, maybe this here is only for wearing. This here is for different parts. You know what I mean? So there always can be some loopholes, but you do not want to compromise on the plant. You don't want to compromise on the product. You compromise on either both, then you have yourself what you have now, an industry that's weak. And what I want to do is I want to create an industry that has a solid foundation. So I went to the smartest man I know when it comes to flax. and that's who I work for, and that's who I break this down. Right now he's in Pennsylvania, I believe, creating an industry for those farmers. So imagine he's practicing for us, First Nation. He's practicing for me. He's practicing for you. He's practicing to show how to create, and he says, yes, this is what I learned. And I've learned a lot being here, living here, being an assistant to the expert of Canada. You learn a lot, and a lot of it is hands-on, really, because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to measure this one. I'll be like, hey, well, I got started, and it's a very hard time to break down. And you see, I'm just like, oh my god, did I start? And I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stop for a bit, and I'm gonna go to the second bundle. I'm gonna show you how I put it in the water, and then I'm gonna there. Okay, one sec here. Pause. Gotta find the rock. Hey. So I just want to make sure that it's all submerged. So what I'm doing with that bunch that I'm doing inside, I'm reading it very fast, and then I'm gonna freeze it. So tonight I'm gonna freeze it. And we're back. Hey, so we put in that thing into the rainwater. So now let's get back to breaking this down. Cracks nicely. That's it's nice, but it's hard to crack. Can you imagine getting people to do this by hand? In my community, that's what I plan to do. So when I give it to them, I want to make sure that it's easy to break down, otherwise my workers will not be happy. So when I take it to them, I want it to be easy to break down, otherwise they'll be doing this, what we're doing now. It's not fun, I'll tell you that. But there's a breaker that is coming, and then I'll show you in a bit here just how a breaker makes it a bit easier, but just what we're left with. Some short stuff, but it's pretty, but it's pretty not nice to break down. That's all I'll say. So I didn't know what I'm gonna have left when I break this down, truthfully. It'd almost be better just to chop it all up together and create something with it, I think. Because if you know this, I'll show you. It has a pretty color, right? If you're able to break that down, it was easy to break down, you would have yourself a kind of a cool project, I think. Something that people would wanna buy, maybe. But this is short stuff, right? But it needs to be there is another way. Where is it? But it has to be done outside though. But I have to keep the shot, so it's just like And the other way to do it is you just crumple it all up and you see what's left. And then maybe that's what we have to do. Oh, hold on. I gotta go grab something. The industry, the flax industry of Saskatchewan, that's a guarantee. Because we have the land, we have the farmers, we now have an expert. We can try to make it happen. So, this is your fiber. Are you gonna get any long line? No. Are they gonna get it like a toe? You get that. Cool little fabric. What do you think? Hmm? Hey. I'm breaking flax. Making linen, I guess. Getting there. A pretty little shirt doing that. Yeah. Very far from it. unconventional way to clean it there, but it's getting done. So anyway, this is what we're getting. So the question is, how clean do you want to make it? Right? So my boss is like, gives me a text from Pennsylvania that says, clean me some samples. I'm like, yes. So here I go. Tell her how clean you want them. That's a Uber's clean. It's not bad though. What do you think? Like good insulation, possibly? It doesn't smell like the other plant at all. It has a totally different smell. I've noticed that the Avion, it has like a fishy smell almost, like a fish of the sea or the fish of the earth. But that Omega, I believe, is important, and the Omega that lives inside this plant is important. And that's the reason why did I want this grown for my family, my community. And I want to wear it, and I want to eat this plant. It's important to me.